If there's one rule that Madison Avenue lives by, it's that sex sells. These slick advertising agencies will use sex to sell everything from motor oil to dental floss. But one courageous mother in Tinsley, Alabama is finally standing up and saying that enough is enough. Marsha Williams, how are you doing, dear?
I'm just taking it one day at a time right now.
Tell us what happened.
Well, I was in the mall with my 12-year-old son, Zachariah Timothy, and we walked by that penny store. You know, that Victoria's Secret store?
Yep.
And right there in that store window, I mean right in plain view, right by the food court, there was this huge posters of these buxom young women, and they was practically nude. I mean, yes, ma'am, it was like a giant porno magazine right there in the mall. And it was obviously intended to be highly provocative and highly sensual in nature.
Good Lord. And your 12-year-old child saw that?
Yes, ma'am, he did.
Do we have photographs of these posters? That is disgusting.
I know. That is disgusting.
I mean, you could walk through the red light district in Amsterdam and not see stuff like that. How did it affect your son?
Well, I walked into his bedroom that night, and I found him with a Victoria's Secret catalog.
Was he abusing himself?
Yes, ma'am, he was. And the Bible tells us that that's a sin, and I told him he was going straight to hell.
I can only imagine the kinds of dirty, nasty things that must have been running through his mind, and the excitement that must have been pulsing through his young, sinewy body. The rush he must have felt as he began running his fingers along that hard shaft.
Miss Justice?
Oh, as I was saying, it must have been very hard for you. I mean, not that his penis was hard for you. That would be wrong, although not entirely unheard of among your kind of people. But well, moving on now. Joining us now, we have Dr. Carrie Wilcox, an expert in child psychology, and Rob Goldberg, Executive Creative Director with the New York advertising firm Goldberg, Weinman, Vermicelli.
How you doing?
Dr. Wilcox, how do these kinds of images affect young children?
Yeah, well, the impact of sexual images in advertising cannot be overstated. Today, Valerie, the average American child sees about 397,000 sexually explicit images every minute.
You are kidding.
No, ma'am, every single minute. And it's not just nudity and straight sex anymore. We're talking about sadomasochism, homosexuality, of course, autoerotic asphyxiation, smothering, bestiality, foot fetishes, ass fetishes, snuff films, necrophilia, panty sniffing, rimming, teabagging, plating, sporking, that's a big thing now. The Tijuana Donkey Show, the Dirty Sanchez, the Cleveland Steamer, the Blumpkin, the Royal Fitzpatrick, the Rusty Trombone, the Greasy French Horn, the German Tube Stock, the Pearl Necklace, the Platinum Napkin Ring,
I know that one.
the Cherry Tostater, the Santorum Sandwich, the Chili Dog, the Boston Cream Pie, even the Alaskan Crab Salad with capers and mango chutney.
Yikes.
Yes, these are all practices that the young children of today are learning from the images they see, mostly through advertising, and always during their most formative years.
Wow.
Yes.
Mr. Goldberg, how do you sleep at night knowing that your livelihood comes at the cost of children's lives?
Okay, what the hell are you even talking about?
It's pretty obvious that your advertisements are deliberately designed to arouse children.
What the fuck are you saying?
And don't cuss on my show. This is my show.
Okay,
Watch your
sorry.
mouth.
I'm sorry.
And I'm not just
It's your
talking about
show.
the Victorian Secret ads.
Okay.
I'm talking about a commercial that your firm produced for a brand of margarine that is still on the air.
Margarine. Wait a minute. Are you talking about the one where the man and woman are spreading margarine on their bran muffins?
Yes, Mr. Goldberg, that one. The one where they're fondling each other's fingers while using a very phallic instrument to spread this substance, often used as a sexual lubricant, onto muffins, which we can assume will eventually bring stimulation to their anal areas.
Are you kidding me?
Does that seem sexual to you?
No. You know what? No, not in the least. No,
So
not
you're
at all.
telling me that if I were to come over to your house and lubricate your anus with margarine, you wouldn't find that sexual?
I would find that frightening.
Mr. Goldberg, does it give you a hard-on to know that little boys
come
around the
on.
country are masturbating to these advertisements?
Oh, I'm sure it does.
Of course it does. He's a pervert. My little boy's baby better is on your hands, Mr. Goldstein.
Listen, all right? Okay, here it is. Let me lay it out for you. I don't get aroused by the thought of little boys, okay? Doing anything,
Is
okay?
that because you're impotent or because you only molest little girls?
What? Now, it's neither one. Let me stop a minute, because this is the most bizarre witch hunt
What
I have
are you
ever
hiding,
seen
you
in
perverts?
I am not hiding anything. What are you trying to imply by that question?
What do you think I'm trying to imply?
That I'm a child molester?
Folks, you heard it here first. Rob Goldberg has just admitted that he is a child molester.
That's outrageous.
Is it? Let's roll the clip.
I'm a child molester?
What do you say to that, fella? We have your confession on tape.
You are the worst person in the world. And when my attorneys get a hold of you...
bye-bye, pervert.
Miss Justice,
Yes,
I think you are so brave.
thank you.
And I'd like to say on behalf of all the women from my hometown that you is kind,
Thank
you
you.
is smart,
I know, honey.
you is important.
I am.
Yes,
I know.
ma'am. Yes, ma'am, you
Thank
are.
you.
No, thank you. Thank you. And was that man going to give us money?
No, but you know what, Marcia? Thank you for being here. We'll keep you in our prayers.
Oh, please pray for my son. Pray that he don't touch himself no more.
We will.
His socks is all gone crusty, and now he's starting to use the good towels. If you came to my house and tried to dry off your face on something, it's real scratchy. It's like sandpaper.
We will, Marcia. We will.
It's like the backside of an armadillo.
We will pray for your son.
Thank you.
And your laundry.
Thank you.
Dr. Wilcox, thanks to you as well.
My strictly clinical and non-sexual pleasure, Valerie Justice.
And to all you folks at home, thank you for watching and for caring. And if you take nothing else from this, I hope you'll realize that some of those things the Victorians wanted to keep secret should stay secret. Good night, friends.